Good evening. I'm Byrne, and this is Stars and Stripes News, the show that puts faith, freedom, and facts first. We begin tonight in Washington, where the federal government shutdown continues. Another example of how political gridlock in D.C. hits everyday Americans first. This week, the Supreme Court sided with the administration, allowing a temporary pause on expanded food aid, spending through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Supporters say it's about the fiscal responsibility during a shutdown. Critics claim it puts low-income families at risk. For millions who depend on SNAP, that pause creates uncertainty. But for taxpayers, it raises questions about where government priorities should lie. Meanwhile, a federal judge in Oregon blocked the use of National Guard troops in Portland protest, a ruling viewed by some as the undermining law enforcement's ability to keep order. And as federal workers remain sidelined and essential services strain under the shutdown, the American public once again shoulders the cost of Washington's stalemate. Across the country, voters sent a mixed but telling message in the latest round of elections. Democrats picked up key wins in New Jersey, Virginia, and New York City, continuing their push towards progressive leadership. Yet even in victory, the party faces growing divides between far-left policies and moderate voices trying to stay connected to working-class Americans. Republicans, meanwhile, are reevaluating strategy, not on principles but on communication. The conservative message of smaller government, secure borders, and stronger families still resonates. The question is rather the GOP can unite behind it and reach voters directly, without the filter of partisan media. Both parties now face a defining moment. Democrats leaning further left, Republicans standing firm on faith, freedom, and the Constitution. In transportation news, the FAA announced a 10% flight reduction at major airports as the shutdown continues to squeeze federal staffing. That announcement came days after a cargo plane crash in Kentucky, leading carriers like UPS and FedEx to ground certain fleets. The result? More strain on shipping, higher costs for consumers, and a blow to small businesses relying on timely deliveries. Once again, it's working Americans who pay the price for Washington's dysfunction. As holiday season approaches, supply chain delays and inflation remain top concerns for families already stretched thin. This is a reminder that government instability has real-world consequences and that fiscal discipline isn't optional. Across college campuses, demonstrations erupted this week over new education funding policies. Student groups are demanding more federal money and looser restrictions, but critics say academia has grown too comfortable with activism and too distant from accountability. Abroad, Russia continued airstrikes in Ukraine, targeting civilian areas, while back home winter weather from the north is sweeping into the Midwest earlier than expected. The world feels tense, divided, and uncertain, but it's also a reminder of what holds: the strength of faith, community, and the endearing American spirit. Before we close, here are 3 stories I'm watching. Accountability in Washington. Will Congress restore fiscal sanity before the shutdown causes lasting damage? The conservative comeback. Can the GOP channel voter frustration into renewed purpose and unity? Everyday resilience. Despite headlines of chaos, Americans continue to show grit in their work, their churches, and their communities. The headlines may shift, but the heart of this country remains steady, built on hard work, family, and faith. That's the news tonight on Stars and Stripes News. For Stars and Stripes News, I'm Braeden Byrne. Thank you for listening. Stand firm, stay informed, and keep faith in what makes this country strong. Good night, and God bless.